My name is Christina. I'm a 24-year-old living in Des Moines, Iowa, and this is how much I spend in a week. So the first thing I did when I woke up this morning was start a load of laundry, which I'll be breaking down living expenses like rent, water, and electricity towards the end of the video. So I'm not counting this as an expense, but I will be counting averages of my living expense at the end of the video. After I started my laundry, I ate breakfast while doing my online certification class, which is paid for through work. I eat the same breakfast every single morning, so I'll be showing you that on a different day. After class, I went grocery shopping, and I think this is actually a good average of what I would normally spend and what a grocery haul size-wise would look like. Of course, items shift week to week as I'm using up some things and running out of other things. I also needed to pick up a couple miscellaneous items, specifically sunscreen, so I would not burn. And when I got back from grocery shopping, I was very hungry, so I made lunch on my homemade bread. And following lunch, I went for a walk and then came back and did an ab exercise. After my workout, I made a smoothie, and then I just hung out in my apartment for a couple hours, tidying up, watching YouTube videos. And then I got hungry again, so I ate dinner. Following dinner, I went to a free Christian concert that I heard about on the radio, and now I am back in my apartment. I don't think I'll be spending any more money tonight, so I am going to see you guys tomorrow. This morning I woke up at about 5 a.m. with terrible stomach cramps, so I ended up not going to church, which I planned on doing. Instead, I watched virtual church and ate a healthy breakfast of saltine crackers. Mid-morning I was a little hot, so I had a smoothie snack. Then later in the day, after kind of just chilling, I ate some homemade tacos. In the afternoon, I went for a walk. I played Boggle. I love Boggle. Boggle is so much fun. And I also read for a little bit. I then went for another walk and finished out my day by watching some YouTube videos and eating dinner. Okay, so Friday, I promised I would show what breakfast I eat almost every single morning. So here it is. It is a mixture of homemade protein granola, which actually saves me a lot of money because buying protein granola that's already made is super expensive, mixed with high fiber cereal from Trader Joe's and frozen blueberries. And then throughout the day, I eat a square of Theo chocolate. Normally I eat it in the morning, but sometimes I'll break it in half and eat half in the morning and half in the afternoon. After breakfast, I worked on my online certification class. Following that, I did a little bit of journaling and reading. I then made lunch and decided to go to my local botanical gardens, which I actually have a membership to, which was gifted to me. So while it would cost normally $10 a day for entrance, or I think around $6 a month for a membership, this is free to me because it was a gift. On the way back home from the botanical gardens, I saw a sign for a garage sale, so I did stop in, but I didn't see anything that I needed or really wanted, so I didn't buy anything. It was really hot today, so when I got back from the garage sale, I indulged and had a little ice cream sandwich, which was just delightful. I then read for a little bit longer and made some bread, and while that oven was on and hot, I went ahead and made my dinner, which was fries with broccoli. We're nearing the end of the day, and I really don't think I'm going to be spending any other money today, so I'm going to end today here. I spent a lot of money today. In fact, I spent $387 before I even got out of bed. That's because I purchased a plane ticket to go to a friend's wedding. Now, I'm not buying plane tickets every single week to go places, so this is maybe not a typical expense, but as I was watching the plane ticket prices, I decided today was a good day to buy it based on what the prices had been and what they were projected to be. After purchasing my plane ticket, I quickly ate breakfast before heading to work. Around midday, I ate lunch at work, and then I went back to work, working into the afternoon, only interrupted by a small snack. Once my workday was complete, I headed back home where I ate dinner. After dinner, I've just been chilling, exercising, and just enjoying the solitude and extreme heat of the summer. I'll see you guys tomorrow. This morning I woke up and I ate breakfast, then I headed to work. It was a pretty slow day at work, so after I ate lunch, I was actually able to leave shortly after. I then headed to my end bin store, which I did end up picking up a present for one of my friends, and that was only $1.07 with tax, so that was a good find. After the bin store, I came back to my apartment, did a few things around here, and then I had a smoothie snack because it was so hot today and I really needed to cool off. I then did a few other things around the apartment before heading off to my tennis lessons. Now, I actually paid for these tennis lessons a few months ago when I registered for them, but I'll count them in my weekly expenses. It's $13 for a 1-hour group lesson of tennis, which I've really enjoyed them so far. I'm about halfway through, and I do feel like I am improving, which is the goal. After coming back from tennis, I ate some ice cream because, again, very hot today, and then I had salad. I then took a shower and realized I was still hungry, and so I made myself popcorn. I finished off the day by talking to friends, and I really need to go to bed because it's very late. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. This morning I woke up, I ate breakfast as usual, and then I headed to work. And yesterday was a really slow day, but today was a very busy, long day. So I spent a really long time at work, and I did have lunch. And if you're wondering why my lunches are so inexpensive when I have a protein bar, it's because these protein bars were marked 50% off, and I had never tried them before, and I decided to give it a go since they were so inexpensive. I now know why they were 50% off. The taste is fine until after you're done with them, and then there's this awful aftertaste in your mouth. So I still have a few of those that I have to eat up. So hopefully I can eat the rest of them and get past that taste. After work, I basically crashed. I really didn't want to do anything, so I really haven't done anything. And I wasn't very hungry, so I had a smoothie and popcorn. And now I'm gonna get ready for bed because I'm tired. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the very last day of what I spend in a week. Okay, you guys know the drill by now. I woke up, I ate breakfast, I went to work, then I ate lunch. After I ate lunch, I worked some more, then I came back home, I ate a snack, and I went to my tennis lessons. After my tennis lessons, I came back and ate dinner. So that brings us to the end of what I spend in a week, but we haven't broken down my living expenses yet, so let me get those numbers for you. My rent costs $222 a week, and this price is actually going to be going up once my lease renews. My internet price recently went up, so I'm spending about $12 a week on internet. I spend an average of $8 a week on water, and I spend an average of $17 a week on electricity. Gas for my car can fluctuate a little bit, especially with the prices right now, but I believe the average of what I would spend in a week in terms of gas is about $32, and my combined car and rent insurance for a week is $6. So now it's time to tell you the total of what I spent this week. In total, I spent $752 this week. Now, if you're looking at the prices on the screen, you might notice that my groceries are there, but my meal prices are not. And that's because my groceries is what I spend to make my meals. Because as you saw, I didn't eat out this week, and I typically don't. I only eat out maybe once a month, or I go out and get ice cream or a different dessert twice a month. So really, the groceries is the cost of the meal. The other thing to note is my travel expense, which was $387. As I mentioned earlier, this is not a typical expense that I would be spending. So if you adjust and take out that ticket, a more accurate picture of what a weekly total for me would be $365. I think the thing that surprised me the most this week was the cost of my food. I've never actually broken down how much a single meal costs, and it was surprisingly cheap. I really thought the price of my meals was more than what it ended up being. Like, it shocked me to realize that a smoothie I was making at home was 70 cents. Whereas if I go out and get a similar smoothie, it's like $8. So I think that's the thing that surprised me the most, is that I thought my food expense was actually going to be more than it ended up being. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please make sure to hit that like button and consider subscribing. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye!